Good morning, dear hearts. I said I'd be back soon because we've reached lesson 185. Please subscribe. It is my favorite lesson. 185, I want the peace of God, and then lesson 205, the review of this lesson, which perhaps I like even more, and I'll probably be back for that one as well. I want the peace of God, the idea of the peace of God. Like, what else could I possibly want? What else could I possibly need or desire when I realize that I do have the peace of God? And this idea of the peace of God has been given to us, hinted at, about many, many times, not just now, truthfully, in lesson 20. Lesson 20, way back then, which I am determined to see, the first attempt to introduce structure. Do not misconstrue this as an effort to exert force or pressure. You want salvation. You want to be happy. You want peace, and you do not have them now. And we also had lesson 105, that God's peace and joy are mine. And we also had in the text, again, so many times, so very many times, in chapter 5, it told us about healing and wholeness. And in the fourth section of that chapter, and how can you who are so holy suffer? All your past except its beauty is gone and nothing is left but a blessing. And then it goes down, because I'm not going to read the whole paragraph. Hold it and share it, that it may always be ours. I place the peace of God in your heart and in your hands to hold and share. The heart is pure to hold it, and the hands are strong to give it. And again, the consistency. Even here, we're being told that whatever we receive, we must give to share it. The heart is pure to hold it. The hands are strong to give it. We cannot lose. My judgment is as strong as the wisdom of God, in whose heart and hands we have our being. His quiet children are his blessed sons. The thoughts of God are with you. We have been instructed that this is what we are meant to have. We are meant to have the peace of God. The lesson starts by saying, to say these words is nothing, but to mean these words is everything. If you could but mean them for just an instant, there would be no further sorrow possible for you in any form, in any place or time. Heaven would be completely given back to full awareness, memory of God entirely restored, the resurrection of all creation fully recognized, just by saying, I want the peace of God. No one can mean these words and not be healed. If we say, I want the peace of God, and we mean it to the depth of our being, we will be healed. He cannot play with dreams, nor think himself a dream. He cannot make a hell and think it real. He wants the peace of God, and it is given him. Whatever we ask for, we receive. Yes, because we're in duality, that works both ways. Whatever we ask for, we will receive. But now we're asking, and we will receive the peace of God. Many have said these words, but few have meant them. You have but to look upon this world, you see around you, to be sure how very few there are. As we look around this world, we see so many that are asleep, so many that are walking with the ego mind in ahead of them, okay? And, I will step back and let him lead the way. Who's going to be in front of me? Who is in back of me? If I am walking with the ego in front of me, I can say I want the peace of God, but I have instead given over everything to the ego mind. And so that is the world, and that is the experience that I'm going to have. The world would be completely changed should any two agree that these words express the only thing they want. So come with me, let's, both of us together, decide that this is the only thing we want. Two minds with one intent become so strong that what they will becomes the will of God. And this indeed is God's will for us. For minds can only join in truth. In dreams, no two can share the same intent. To each, the hero of the dream is different. The outcome wanted not the same for both. Loser and gainer merely shift about in changing patterns as the ratio of gain to loss and loss to gain take on different aspects of another form. In dreams, there's always going to be a hierarchy. Who wants what? And we will not agree. It is only when we want the peace of God, only when we go into our holy mind, that part of our mind that we share with God, that we can indeed have one intent. Because in the ego mind, there's always going to be discrepancy. There's always going to be competition. Compromise alone, a dream can bring. Sometimes it takes the form of union, but only the form. The meaning must escape the dream, for compromising is the goal of dreaming. Minds cannot unite in dreams, and only minds can unite. To mean you want the peace of God is to renounce all dreams, for no one means these words who wants illusions, and who therefore seeks the meaning of which bring illusions. The means which bring illusions. I don't want the means that bring illusions. I don't want the ego. He has looked on them and found them wanting. Illusions and dreams will always be wanting. They will never hold and have exactly what we want. They will not have the peace of God. Now he seeks to go beyond them, beyond all these illusions, recognizing that another dream would offer nothing more than all the others. You know that part in chapter 8 about, forced to shift ceaselessly. I've referenced it many times because that's what the ego does, always hoping that perhaps this next thing will offer something, or that one, or that one. And all that does is keep us in distraction and keep us bound by the ego mind. We don't want any more dreams. We don't want any more illusions. We are ready for the peace of God. Dreams are one to him, and he has learned. The only difference is one of form, and one will bring the same despair and misery as do the rest. The mind, which means that all it wants is peace, must join with other minds, for that is how peace is attained. That is obtained. We cannot have peace by ourselves. Again, we don't get to heaven alone. And, I've referenced, the Barry Manilow's song, I Can't Smile Without You. I can't get to heaven without you. I must go hand in hand with my brother. And when the wish for peace is genuine, the means for finding it is given in a form each mind that seeks for it in honesty can understand. Whatever form the lesson takes is planned for him in such a way that he cannot mistake it if his asking is sincere. But if he asks without sincerity, there is no form in which the lesson will meet with acceptance and be truly learned. If we're not asking with sincerity, then nothing that we ask for will fulfill our desire. But when we ask with sincerity, we are going to be given the idea, the means, will have the aha moment, those holy instants, and we'll know, we will totally know that we are being led to, and we have been blessed with the peace of God. Let us today devote our practicing to recognizing that we really mean the words we say. We want the peace of God. To mean these words acknowledges illusions are vain, requesting the eternal in place of shifting dreams, which means to change in what they offer, but are one in nothingness. Dreams can shift and change, but the outcome is always nothing. The outcome is always wanting. The outcome is always, I will continue to look. I will continue to look. I still have not found the peace of God, because in dreams and illusions, it cannot be found. Today, devote your practice periods to careful searching of your mind to find the dreams you cherish still. What am I still holding on to? What do you ask for in your heart? Forget the words you use in making your requests. Consider but what you believe will comfort you and bring you happiness. But be you not dismayed by lingering illusions, for in their form is not what matters now. Let not some dreams be more acceptable, reserving shame and secrecy for others. They are one, and being one question should be asked of all of them. Of every dream, every illusion, every idea I have that is not in alignment, every thought that is not in alignment with God, ask myself, is this what I would have in place of heaven and the peace of God? And the answer is going to be a resounding no, because nothing will give what I want that comes to all of us with the peace of God. This is a choice we make, and dreams will come as you requested them, yet will God's peace come just as certainly. It will not be gone with every twist and turning of the road. The peace of God is eternal. It's an eternal gift, as all of God's gifts are. The turning of the road to reappear unrecognized in forms which shift and change with every step you take. That is the essence of every dream and everything that the ego will ever offer us. You want the peace of God, and so do all who seem to seek for dreams. For them as well as for yourself, you ask but this when you make this request with deep sincerity, because I want the peace of God, but I want the peace of God for my brother as well. I can't have it if I don't share it. How do we know that we have something? By giving it away. How do we keep something in this different thought system? We keep it by giving it away. For thus you reach to what they really want and join your own intent with what they seek above all things. Above all else, I want the peace of God. Perhaps unknown to them, but sure to you. You have been weak at times, uncertain in your purpose and unsure of what you wanted, where to look for it, and where to turn for help in the attempt. Help has been given you, and would you not avail yourself of it by sharing it? We have to learn to share the glory, the beauty of this, because to have peace, I must give peace. No one who truly seeks the peace of God can fail to find it, as we just had in yesterday's lesson about this is a guarantee, okay? No one can fail who seeks the meaning of the name of God. No one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. For you was peace created, given you by its creator, and established as his own eternal gift. And the good news is we already have it. We just haven't recognized it. How can you fail when you but ask for what he wills for you? And how could your request be limited to you alone? No gift of God can be unshared. It is this attribute that sets the gifts of God apart from every dream that ever seemed to take the place of truth. No one can lose, and everyone must gain whenever any gift of God has been requested and received by anyone. God gives but to unite. So all of the gifts that we have received from our Father are given to us with the intent that we share them and we unite or reunite with our brother, that one that we think has actually been our enemy. It turns out they are really our Savior. To take away is meaningless to God. And when it is as meaningless to you, you can be sure you share one will with him and he with you. And you will also know you share one will with all your brothers whose intent is yours. It is this one intent we seek today, uniting our dreams with the need of every heart, the call of every mind, the hope that lies beyond despair, the love attack would hide, the brotherhood that hate has sought to sever. Wow. The hate that has sought to sever, but which still remains as God created it. I get so excited, I can't even read sometimes. With help like this beside us, can we fail today as we request the peace of God be given us? I want the peace of God. I have the peace of God. I extend to you the peace of God, that we all may understand it and have it and be it. And this idea of peace will dawn on every mind around the world. those that we know, those that we don't, those that we love, those that we think we hate. Peace is the answer for everyone and everything. Let us today extend the peace of God as we recognize that we already have it. That's it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love this lesson. If I'm not back before, I will be back for lesson 205. Love the lesson. And think about what your favorites are at this point anyway. So like, share, subscribe, breathe, deeply breathe, release everything that does not feel like peace, and pray that peace will indeed dawn on every mind. And today would be a good day. So, namaste.